This is Carrie and Natasha. So, okay, like in the show, okay, they're all people, allegedly. Okay, we don't know. There could be some type of weird, they clone Tyrone thing happening where maybe Natasha's a clone. Like maybe she was a clone. Not really. I thought she was a very real person. I got real person vibes. But her archetype is very clonish. There's a lot of like women on this platform who they grow their channel, more power to you. Like that's a good thing. But they don't step out of like what they did to grow the channel. And it's kind of like they're all like these weird Natasha clones and like so there's a lot of self-help YouTube gurus like from the past 2 years, like we had COVID, and then self-help, here's how to live your best life, be your best self, get all of the high value men on the planet, women, like on this platform. And while like some of them really give good healthy advice, some of them are just repeating the same damn things, and I'm wondering if they clone Natasha, and like what's happening and where's the color, where's the messiness. Do y'all all need someone that's filthy rich? I mean, like, do you really, or is that just, are you just following someone for large following and you have this disillusioned idea of like, again, what will make you happy, like so it's a more, so don't misquote me, like there are people on here giving really good decent advice on how to find a quality person and have a quality relationship. But there's sometimes, a lot of the times when you have like this package deal of like what people, society is now calling the quintessential partner, relationship, wife, high value woman. When you have like this package and there's no room for growth, you don't really get something natural. It's just like overly curated. And at that point, it's like, am I actually in a relationship with a person, or is this a clone? You want to be, you want to live, and to live is to be in nature. Okay, nature is wild. I've been looking outside my window here. It's pretty, it needs grooming every so often. So Natasha and Carrie, if I had to compare the two, it would be looking from Big's perspective. So Big goes from being, if you look at part one of this video, he goes from being this illusion of success, not an actual real person, to now being a real person. In this video, Big is now a real person. And he's like, you know, coming to the realization that when he met Carrie, coming to this realization that, hey, I thought that being number one, being a big guy, having the dollars, being the finance dude, being rich would make me happy. I thought that would make me fulfilled. But at the end of the day, I just want to be in the presence of someone that makes me feel good, laugh, feel happy. It doesn't matter how they look. It doesn't matter what their name is, their title is, how many letters they have behind their name, what magazine they were on. I just want to be with someone that makes me smile at the end of the day. So that means that most people aren't making him smile. So I guess what world he's in, that he's put himself into, I guess is someone clone Natasha situation. I don't know. But I thought about it. Like, should I do this? And here we are. So, Carrie smokes. Let's start there. Carrie smokes cigarettes. Like, like it would be, if I had to rewrite Sex in the City, Carrie would not be smoking cigarettes. She would be smoking marijuana. She would be unapologetic about smoking marijuana. She would be a healthier friend. Not saying she wouldn't be the best friend. She wouldn't be that great of a friend, but she would be a healthier friend, okay? She would be a person of color, not a white woman that just happens to be Jewish or like some seemingly Jewish. Nothing against Jewish people, okay? I have Jewish people in my family. It's just, back in the 90s, it was kind of like there was a divide on TV. You had the people that were black and black TV shows, and you had white TV shows, and I watched all of them. But at the end of the day, there were TV shows with people of different color too, and I feel like it just wasn't written so well. So, if I wrote, and who am I? I'm just a regular YouTuber, vlogger, or whatever. But I'm just saying, if I did rewrite it, I would make her a person of color. But it doesn't need to be rewritten. There doesn't need to be an "and just like that" too, or an "and just like this," or anything extra. Okay, it's enough. Like, we did it. Everything's been done. So we can just backtrack a little bit if you really are a fan. So a lot of people aren't fans. Okay, and I'm sorry that "and just like that" stuff and reels and shorts are always being thrown at you, because there are a lot of people that are just not Sex and the City fans, and that's fine. But you don't have to. There doesn't have to be so much commentary from people that actually don't even like the show and wasn't alive in the 90s. Like, it's fine. You don't, not everything in the 90s for y'all. Okay, y'all know who I'm talking about. Those who was born after the 90s. Like, it wasn't for you. It's toxic. Okay, leave the toxicity for the X generation and the older millennials, I suppose, since everything is just bad and off limits these days. But back to Sex and the City. Okay, back to Sex and the City. If I rewrote it, she would be a healthier friend. It doesn't mean that she would, be free from toxicity. We all gotta grow. Nobody's born perfect. She would be blowing weed in people's faces, not cigarettes. But Carrie smokes, and that's something that just slaps big in the face. Like, wait, the models I'm around, they don't smoke, even though, like, I don't think most models from the 90s probably smoke cigarettes. Like, I seen a lot from the 90s. People were smoking cigarettes. So, like, just think about it. Natasha didn't smoke. She's a clone. Like, she wasn't the real, like, just symbolically. I'm not saying it truly, because Aiden isn't a clone. Aiden didn't smoke. So what's the difference? It's just that the world that they navigate, it just wouldn't make sense for her to not smoke. To me, maybe to you guys, it's like, yeah, Natasha doesn't smoke. She doesn't have to smoke. She's a clean person. But her archetype, she wasn't very colorful. She wasn't very present. And she wasn't really, like, seemingly real. So for Big, Natasha is really an illusion of everything that he thought would be a perfect match that would elevate his status. And Carrie's just coming around blowing smoke in his face like, sir, what the, like, you get what you get is what you get. Like, that's kind of like the thing. And Carrie's can be kind of trashy. But it's the 90s. I mean, so it's a whole different era, and, like, I can't judge her from what has been put out today. Okay? I can only judge her from what was happening in 98 and 99 and 2000. Yeah. So for Big, it's like, well, I have to, like, I think that he's been engaging with Natasha's for a very long time, and he's tired of it. And I think that he meets Carrie, but he's not ready to give up this false idea of, like, a perfect mate. And so, he finds that his perfect mate, and it's actually not a person. It's someone that has been packaged into something that is just beige and muted and stiff, and it's not natural. That's not nature. Nature's colorful, wild, loud, in your face. Oftentimes, there's some aspects of nature that are quite subtle, for sure. But overwhelmingly, like, just muted, that's not natural. So, he wasn't ready to get rid of that illusion of the perfect mate. And then he ended up having a breakdown and, cheated with Carrie, which is terrible, but it happened. And then Carrie left and then returned. And that's the end of that. So if you want to look at their dynamic from a spiritual perspective, if you do, well, it's basically that in this realm, when it comes to men, especially in the West, women are often like put on display and packaged to be one or the other. Like, either you are the type A, or the desirable high value woman, like, or crazy witchy woman, like. And that's not the case. Like, we are human beings that come in various different colors and sizes and packages and shapes and textures. But here in America, it's often like it's one or the other, and people really push that on social media, on TV, and all throughout time, of the desirable woman, the Gibson girl, the supermodel, the high value woman, and then it's like the crazy witch lady with the cats that you want to run from. So anyway, it's just, I think spiritually, that's what whomever was behind the scenes writing, they're like, yeah, like, here's this ideal woman that isn't truly a woman. She's not blowing smoke in your face. She doesn't have the crazy wild hair. She's not colorful. She's just highly muted, not opinionated, not annoying. If she's not giving you a headache, you're going to find something to have a headache about, because that's nature. It's challenging. And so he's complaining about furniture. Like, you're this rich, powerful Mr. Big, and you're complaining because everything in your house is beige. Yeah, that's not the problem. All right. Anyway, like I said, I'm a fan of Sex and the City. I don't like And Just Like that much. I really didn't. I like that they brought Aiden back. I like the fashion, and I like to see how Carrie grieved big, and I was happy that they killed him. And I know that's kind of morbid. Like, why would you say that? But it's a show, okay? And I was happy to see her, that false illusion of everything that she thought would make her happy and successful, and it was still there, lingering. She's married to it, and she's doing the New York thing, and it's just like, goodbye, sir. Like, you gotta go. Goodbye. Ta-ta. So, yeah. Anyway, Natasha, and to all the Natashas out there, you're not truly a Natasha. You are truly someone very colorful, very eccentric. We all have different fingerprints. So while it's great to grow your channel, and while it's great to be a successful woman, once you get reach a goal, a milestone. You really need to invest the time that you put into getting there now into finding you, so that you won't continue to repeat the same thing that everyone else is repeating and wearing the same thing that everyone else is wearing just to get paid, and just, cause it won't do you any justice. It will not. Your soul will start to get sour. Like, it doesn't do you justice. I deleted 300 videos. I had a lot of content on here. I had a lot of subscribers, what I consider a lot of subscribers. And okay, it poof, be gone. It went away. It didn't affect me to the extent that I know that it would affect some young people on here who make a living out of doing this. And it worries me to the extent, like, it just worries me, because I know so many people will blindly follow individuals' advice because they see a rise in what they consider success, but they don't understand the importance of prioritizing mental health and looking into themselves. So anyway, I said everything I need to say. Bye.